Good morning, everyone. This is Ida. It's really early in the morning, you guys. But I was playing yesterday and I wanted to share with you guys what I created. And a lot of ladies have been asking me to do a tutorial on how I made these little wreaths. And these are the ones I just created yesterday. And the shredding that I used to make these natural color ones is the shredding that came out of Nancy Osborne's box. Here it is, you guys. There wasn't very much of it in the box. You know, she had little bits and pieces in the compartments, but there were plenty. I've already made these two, and I still have a handful of it. And look at how pretty they look, you guys. Look at this. It's beautiful, right? And I know that the paper line, let me show you the little cup right here. See this little cup, how it has that little wooden twig wreath on it? So I thought a natural one would be perfect for the Santa Baby paper line. And I like the copper, the way the copper looks. So this is what I did to mine. And I'm going to show you where all this came from. You know those embellishment boxes that we're swapping right now? And it kind of seems to have died down a little bit, but I just think it's just an excellent idea because all this that I used here, all of it came from a box that was created by Nisha, who's Inspiring Beautiful Creations here on YouTube. And she puts together a very beautiful box. If you ever receive one of her boxes, you will see how much thought that she puts into everything, making sure that everything coordinates. But look at how beautiful, you guys. And even though all these pearls and all these beads are different colors, they coordinate beautifully, you guys. And then this right here, the shimmer right here, is the sequence mix that she included in the box. And I'll show you her box in a minute. And then this little flower was in the box. And this little ribbon was in the box. And I'll show you the back. There's the back. All I did was cut out a circle. Now I'm going to do a short tutorial because I've had people ask me, can I do a tutorial on this? So hopefully it won't be too long because it's a little tedious, but well worth it. Look at that. So I'm going to show you another one I created, and then I'll show you the box. This is another one that I created, and I noticed that, see how I added roses on these? All these are those little wild orchid crafts flowers, those flatback pearls that we've been getting in boxes. This was actually a strand of mint green pearls that I kind of just cut apart because I didn't have mint green ones. And then this little bow came from one of the embellishment boxes, and so did this little piece right there. So, but what I was saying, what I notice is, let me see if I can keep them all in frame. What I notice is that when the crinkle is really tight, like these are, that those are better for your wreaths, because the one I made previously with the shred that was in the box that Tamika, the goodies that Tamika sent me, the Happy Mail, this is not as crinkled. You notice how it's not really as crinkled. It still looks very full. It still looks very pretty, but you can see the difference in the thickness in both of them. When one is more crinkled, it's more, looks more full, but it's tight. It's a tighter wreath, and I like both looks, but I think I prefer the tighter one. But no matter what, they both look pretty. See how full they look, you guys? Because the crinkle was so tight in it. And even though I stretched it a little bit, it still stayed pretty tight. So I really like this look. So here are the 4 that I have made with shred. And I have to say that my favorites are these with the shred that was in Nancy Osborne's box. So I'm going to show you the embellishment box. This is the embellishment box that I received from my friend Nisha when we were paired up in a swap. And this was before we were even friends. And she created this beautiful box. And I was so happy to be in her group because I had seen a box that she created for Tamika that she called the Shabby Blues, and I thought that box was so beautiful. It was denim. And when I signed up for this swap, she was she was in my group, and I was so excited because I wanted to see what she created. And it's not that I don't get excited about the other ladies, but it's sometimes I haven't seen their work. But sometimes I'll see somebody's work, and when I get in that same group, I am excited. I'm not even gonna lie. I do get excited. So I'm gonna show you what her box looks like on the inside, and it's all copper and the whites and the creams. Look at this beautiful assortment, you guys, of beads that she included in here. I would love some more of these, Nisha. This mix that you made here. You already know I'm your friend, so I'm shameless. I want some of these more because I think that they are so pretty. Or if you could tell me where you bought them, I can go hunt them down. Either way. And then see right here, this is the ribbon, guys, that I used, but I could have used any of them because they all coordinate. And then here are the little flowers. So look at this beautiful bling pieces over here. Everything coordinates so beautifully. I mean, really it does. And so when it was like a no-brainer. All I had to do was go to this box. And I don't know about you guys, but I think these are really pretty. So I'm going to show you how I made these. They're very simple, but I've had a lot of people ask if I can do a tutorial on them. So hopefully I'll make it quick, you guys. The only thing that I'm using is this 1¼ inch circle punch by EK Success. And what I like about these is that they lock and they stay flat. And the other punch that I'm using is this scallop 2¼ inch scallop punch. Now it can be a circle too. It doesn't have to be a scallop. This is just what I had, so it's what I'm going to use. And then I have a craft colored paper, so I always try to match my paper with whatever crinkle I'm using. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to punch a hole right here. I think I have enough room. And I do the small punch, the round punch. And then I go back with my scallop punch, and I turn it towards me so I can see what I'm doing. And I kind of center it, and I punch it. And now Rosa Gomez has a really nice, an awesome tutorial on how she made these. So that's where I saw it. But I just put my own twist on it. I'm using the crinkle shred instead of what she used. And I wanted to share with you that crinkle that I used for the pink one in a second. Now, what I like to do, you can either leave it like this, or sometimes I can see that I'm a little off. And I'll just go in with a pair of scissors, and I'll trim off a little bit more. So, so it's even on all sides. And it doesn't have to be perfect because with the shred and everything, you won't even be able to tell that this is not a perfect circle. But if you're good at lining up, then that's awesome. So I wanted to share with you the shred that I used to make the ones I created. One of the shreds that I used is this one, you guys. See the iridescent going through this paper? This crinkle, and see how tight it's crinkled. These are perfect for these embellishments. And I bought these at Tuesday morning, you guys. Look at this blue one. How shabby is that? And again, it's got the iridescent going through this one. And they were only $2.99 a bag, you guys. They weren't any outrageous price or anything. And then here is like it's like a kiwi color or a lime green. You could even call it apple. Let's see if it's got a name. It's called Radiance Green, and it has, again, the foil or iridescent foil going through it. So these all will make beautiful. This one would make a beautiful spring one, you guys, or even a Christmas one with the lime colors and the different shades of greens and reds. So this would be beautiful for Christmas. And then the last one that I have, and these are all the colors that I found in it. And I hauled this a while back and I showed them, but I just want to show them to you again. Here's the white, you guys. How pretty is that? It is so pretty. It would, you know, mimic like snow. And this color is called Radiance White. And this again was $2.99. So these are all the colors that I have. So I'm sure you're going to be seeing them in my upcoming projects. So I'm going to show you how I start off my, and I might not embellish it in front of you if the video takes too long, but I will definitely show you how I do this. So you're going to need your hot glue gun, and you're going to need, this is what I use to adhere my pearls to my wreath, but you can use hot glue if you want, but I feel like this, it has a better hold and it won't pop off. But do I know for sure? No. So I just grab about, and these are usually 2 or 3 in a strand, and I'll grab about 3 little of these coil sections, 3 or 4, and I stretch them because they're all about the same length. Oops. And even if one comes up, you know, apart from the other one, I just kind of put it together. So see what I have here? I just have a few strands of it. And the tips right here, I line these up, I hold them together, and I put a little dab of glue, you guys. So just kind of to keep them together, because I don't want them coming apart. And the glue does get a little warm. So if you have those tips, those rubber tips, silicone tips that are made by Mod Podge, that would be awesome. If you're really sensitive to the glue gun, I've kind of developed a tolerance. I've said it before because, you know, when we learned to make tortillas, you know, we couldn't turn them with a fork or a spatula or anything like that. We had to just pick it up from the griddle and kind of try and work it up in your hands so we could flip it. So that developed like a tolerance for, I imagine every person that makes tortillas, or what, you know, who is Hispanic and your mother taught you to do them the traditional way. So all I do is I glued it down, and I'm going to continue to glue, guys. But at the same time that I'm gluing, I'm twisting it. And when it gets glued down, it's going to stay the way I twisted it. See, I'll just grab these, and I'll give it a quarter turn. And I'll hold it right here with this hand, because I'm going to put glue right there. But see how I'm not letting that twist go? And then I add a little bit more glue. And I glue it down again. And that's all I'm doing. Just gluing it down all the way around until it gets nice and full the way I like it. And again, right here, I twist it as much as I can, you guys, to the end. See right there, I twisted it again. I lift it up so I can see where I'm gluing down. And I put it down. So that's the beginning of our wreath. See, guys? And let's say like this is smashed down and this is higher up. You can always either smash this down or add another little piece right here. Right now I don't do any adjustments. I don't like the glue strings. I don't make any adjustments to it until I'm done. And that's when I'll, you know, look at it and make sure it's the way I like it. And you usually have to do this step. I go around twice on my wreaths. So I'm grabbing another few of these little crinkle sections, strands, and I put them together. I want several pieces together. Just line them all up here. See, it's just a few of them. Not many. It looks like a bunch, but it's not many. And, you know, it's just depending on how full you want yours to be. I think this is a good amount. And I'll just, you know, kind of hold them to glue them together. And if something is not glued together, I make sure that at least all the edges, all the tips are glued together, because when I glue it down and twist it, I want to make sure that they're, even if one piece didn't glue down to the scallop circle, they're at least glued to each other and they're not going to come up. And again, see, this is what the little bundles, you can have them pre-done. I hate these glue strings, you guys. I can tell one's still attached here, but I can't see it, but I can feel it. Seriously. I moved my arm, you guys, and this thing is still attached to me. That's why it came off the table. So here I am. I'm gonna start right off where I left off on the other one. I'm just gonna glue that there. Just kind of gather it there, and no one will able to even tell. You can't even tell that that's another piece right there. And again, I'm gonna twist these, and you can stretch these a little bit, you guys, because I tend to stretch mine a little bit. Not a whole lot because I want them to crinkle, but a little bit. And then here, you see the turn that I gave it? I can see one's loose right there, but it'll glue down. And I'm going to add glue right here, you guys. And see, I'm almost to the other end of it. And I'm going to hold it down so some of them stay attached to my little piece right here. And I know it's hard to see, but I have to hold on to it. So, I'm going to twist it again. See right here, I'm twisting my hand, and then I transfer it to my other hand. And I'm holding the wreath and the paper in the one hand. And then I'm just going to set this right down on the glue and hold it for a little bit, let it get hard. See this piece that's like this? I'm going to glue that down in a second so I can show you how to fix that. If you have a little piece that's like that, just add a little bit of glue somewhere and just lay it down and it'll stay. See? It's fixed. That's the thing with this glue, you guys. And it's not right next to me. It's on my desk right beside me. So the strings are running all over my arm. And I don't like the way that feels. So I'm going to continue to twist these, guys. But because I'm here to the end, I already touched this end. I'm going to go on the outer perimeter of the scallop circle. And just glue these down until I get to the end of these. And then I'll gather up some more. And you just want to tuck it in places. Get rid of that. And then I'm going to add some more glue right here. And you can either add it here or you can add it to the actual crinkle. But I usually do both, you know, once I want it to adhere to the side as well as to the bottom. And that's what I'll do. And I'll hold it down for a minute. And see this, the way it looks there? Don't worry about that because we are going to fix it. Like I said, you can smash it, you can open it. There's a lot of things you can do to it to fix it. And we will address that. Look, if this is bothering me the way it's there, I just add a little bit of glue. Then I'm going to hold it over and just tack it down right there. And now it's going to stay down. Same thing with this little piece right here. I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here. And then I'm going to tack that piece down. And it's going to stay. So let's grab some more because we still got to go all the way around. So here we go. And remember to line these at least one end up because they're usually about the same length, you guys. So you'll be able to stretch. If you need to stretch them, they'll be the same length. Let me get this one. So, you know, it's funny how we can come up with so many different things to do with, you know, normally I wouldn't have given it a second thought about this shred. I just think of it as a filler for a gift basket or a goodie bag or a box or anything, you know. I don't think of it as that I could make a wreath with it. Oh, these two came undone because they're stuck to my fingers. Let me hold that down for a minute. And then somebody comes up with something like this, and it's amazing what, you know, what we would normally throw in the trash, what it can become. Something we would actually pay money for in a store. Isn't that funny? So now we're gonna I'm going to start right here where I left off. And I'm going to add this. I think I'm going to add it right in there. And make sure to get all your glue strings off of it. When you get done, just kind of clean up your work. So these right here, you guys, these are all attached already. And I can go ahead and stretch them so they can all be about the same length. I'm going to gather them up together just like that and give them a twist. And I'm going to hold it down and continue adding glue all the way around, you guys, until I get to the end. And I just kind of just lay it there, and it adheres. You know, I don't have to do much to it. And it looks like vines that are wrapped up. Again, I'm going to give it another twist and pull it back. And I give it enough time for the glue to set, you guys, before I rotate it. And then I just line this up right there and hold it down for a minute. We're almost done with this one, you guys. We're almost to the end right here. I'm going to give it another little twist and add the rest of the glue right here and lay this down. I think we're going to have time to decorate it, you guys, because this is kind of tedious, but because it's so small, it doesn't even take a long time to make. I think it's taken me longer to fight off the glue strings than anything else. Now I can see right here that we still need a little bit more, you guys. See how full it is right here and not here? So we got to continue until it's full. And when you get it almost full and there's maybe one little piece that seems kind of empty to you, you can go back and just put one little strip or one little piece. And I tried to tear this with my hands yesterday, you guys, and it didn't tear easily. I had to use my scissors to cut it. So it's pretty strong. So here you go. We're going to glue these together again. Just kind of make sure we got glue on everything. And hold it together. And I'm going to kind of stretch them a little bit. Some of them are a little bit more crinkled. But they're still pretty crinkled, see? I don't stretch them too much. And we're going to begin right here. See this little hole right there? That's where we're going to start. And we're just going to tuck this in there. And you're not even going to realize that anything was added there. Like, it looks like it's a continual coil. And it's not. See? Now let's keep going. Twist this around again. See, because I can still see the scallop circle that we have down here. And I'm just going to hold it down, tuck it in there. We're almost to the end, you guys. And let's twist this again. Hold it up. And see, you can't hardly see the scallop right there. When you can't hardly see the scallop, then put it on the crinkle, on the shred, because I know we still need more there. You can tell by looking at it where you're missing some. But I ran out of that little scalloped edge, but I can still adhere it to itself. Right here, here's our last piece, you guys. And I don't think we need any more. We just need to glue this down. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here. And I'm just going to lay it down right there. Just kind of hold it there in place. And just kind of shape it on the inside. Make sure your circle looks good. And see this little piece right there where I said sometimes you feel like you need a little piece. Maybe there and maybe right here. Now we're going to do that. Now, I could leave that alone and just put the bow over it. but I want to show you how to fix something like that. So with something like this, all I do is add a little bit of glue, just a little string of it, and now I'm going to get this little piece, this little crinkled piece, and I'm just going to add it there, you guys. Just kind of push it right there into place, and it's fixed. This little piece, I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here to tuck it down. There's that little piece already fixed. And then we got to address this little piece right there as well. And here's another little piece that I don't have to uncrinkle. I'm going to add a little bit of glue right there, you guys. And set this down in there. I'll do these little pieces right here. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here. And we're going to tack this down right there as well. There's our wreath, you guys. There's our wreath. How pretty is that? Now we're going to decorate it, you guys, because we do have time. And I am making these embellishments. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a loaded envelope. And I'm going to gift it to somebody. I don't know who, but I think I am going to gift it. Or make gift or add it to a gift tag. I know I'm doing like sets of 2. Like this is one set. And then maybe this one and this one are another set. The pink and the teal. Or the mint. And but this one we're going to use on a tag. So we're going to go ahead and decorate this one. Now I'm going to go to my box. Let me move this out of the way. Let's bring our box in so we can see. Now, I want it to look exactly like these that I made. So I'm going to take this little piece of ribbon and I'm just going to make a little bow, you guys, as small as I can make it. Because I just want a little one in there. And all I do is I hold the 2 loops like this and I cross them over. And I push this one that's still attached to the ribbon, to the long piece of ribbon, and I just pull on it. But before I tighten it, you guys, what I do right back here is I twist this piece so I have both tails the same way. Now I think this is a little small. I want a longer tail on that. So let's do it here. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to twist these 2 pieces together. I'm going to get this loop right here that I crossed over, and I'm going to tuck it in through this little loop that we made. And I'm going to pull that. Now before I pull it tight, before I even tighten it, I'm going to take the little piece that's backwards. See, you got 2 different ones. This is the front of the bow. So I'm going to take this little piece and I'm going to give it a 1/4 turn, and then I'm going to pull. So that way both tails are the same color. So let me adjust it a little bit though. And you adjust it accordingly, you know. So there it is. Perfect. Yep. That didn't take long. And I'm going to cut this piece off. And I am going to give it a little fishtail banner right here. There's one. And another one. And I just cut at an angle towards the center of the ribbon. I think you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, this one's a little off. There. I still got enough to make one more bow. So we're going to add, all I'm going to do, I do add this with a hot glue, guys. So all I'm going to do is add some hot glue on here. And I'm going to set it down somewhere. Right here. There's my wreath, you guys. Even just like that, it looks pretty. But we're going to still go the extra mile and add more to it. Now, I don't have another one of these little bitty flowers. Now, if I had, I think she used like some copper stickles on this flower that Nisha, when she created this little envelope for us, she added this little flower with stickles on there. That would have been perfect for here, but I'm not going to undo that embellishment. And the flower that I have, the next size up, is a little bit bigger, but I think because the bow is bigger, it will still look good. Now what I'm going to do here, you guys, is I'm actually going to cut this piece off. I'm going to cut that wire off. And I'm also going to take the leaves off. I don't want the green in there. So I'm going to take the leaves off of this one. And then I'm going to add some hot glue again. Plenty so it won't come off. And I'm going to adhere it to the center of this bow. And I'm going to smash it down a little bit. Make sure it's holding really well. So there's the bow, guys. How pretty is it? It's looking gorgeous already, right? There we go. So pretty. Look, Nisha, what I'm making with your box. So now we're going to dig into, let me coil this back up, because I like to put all my things back, you guys. So, because I know I can still get one more bow out of this. And I know I'm going to be making more of these. There it is. So I'm going to grab an assortment of pearls that are in this little container right here. Look at the pretty colors. That's a champagne. That's just a plain white pearl. And then there she's got this clear, I don't even want to say gold because it's like a champagne as well, but a clear. And then she's got it in bigger ones. And she's got smaller pearls. So she's got a variety in here, you guys, that I can play with. She's got some regular pearls in here. So we're going to add these two. And then she's got some smooth ones in here. Let me find a smooth one. See this smooth one? And I actually want a couple of these in here. Nisha, I need to know where you bought these, sis. Because I want more of these. Actually, I like all the colors, the way you mixed them up. So what we're going to do, you guys, I need to put them on a little dish or something. I had one up here that, oh, here it is. I was going to say that Ginger gifted me. And I found it, you guys. It's up here on my desk. I've been cleaning up my desk, and you would, to see it right now, you wouldn't even be able to recognize my desk that I showed y'all a few days ago. So here's my little tray, and I already have stuff in it, but I know it'll contain my little beads that I want to use. So I'm just going to set it there. Little bits and pieces I've been picking up from my desk and putting them in this tray. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some this beacon glue to one of these beads. And I'm just going to push it in there, you guys. They are so pretty. And I'm just going to kind of space them out. Here's a different color. Put this one here.